Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my nightly soul share, where I get to share a piece of my soul with you. It's Diane, the confident mom here. And yeah, I was thinking about this the other day that, a lot of people probably don't know why I'm on here. I am just trying to share my experience being a mom, all the messy, all the authentic, all the good stuff, all the crazy stuff, in hopes that somebody else out there that might be feeling somewhat of the same way has something that might resonate with them. So tonight on my soul share, I am talking about self-care. So I have to ask, how many mamas or just women or men, anybody out there actually knew what self-care was before they had baby, is, whatever. I didn't know what self-care was. I remember thinking self-care, yeah, of course I take care of myself. I get enough sleep. I feed myself every day. We're going to work and I'm putting a roof over my head. I am taking care of myself. Yes, go Diane. And that's such a crock of shit. Those are your basic needs. That's not taking care of yourself. I feel like taking care of yourself and self-care is like soul care. It's like taking care of your soul. But I remember after I became a mom, I felt like self-care became the most important thing that I needed. And I really didn't know what it was. I didn't have a great self-care practice going into being a mom. I had zero self-care practice, actually. And I remember I would see pictures of moms and videos and memes, or is that what it is, a meme where there's pictures and stuff on Instagram of moms doing self-care. I was like, okay, cool. What's this self-care that these women are doing? And it's women doing bubble baths, women getting their hair done, going to the nail salon. For me, sitting in a bubble bath, I get too restless and bored. Not for me. My nails, I do my nails myself. Not for me. The hair thing, I get my hair done twice a year. My hairstylist always says, you need to come more. Not really for me. Nothing really resonated. And it seemed like you need to go to the spa, you need to get massages, you got to do these things. And none of that worked for me. I mean, it made me feel good in the moment, right? Sure, I felt oh, okay, this is nice. I feel kind of relaxed, at the massage place, getting a massage at the spa. And then once I was done and once I left there, it didn't really recharge my battery. It really didn't feed my soul like self-care should. And then I started wondering why am I not feeling amazing? What is going on? What am I missing out on? And then I finally realized that self-care is just taking care of your soul. But you can only tell you what your soul needs. So while somebody might need going to the hair salon or getting their nails done or whatever, for me, it was just a break. I needed a break. I love sewing, okay? It's one of my all-time favorite hobbies. If there was a supermarket sweep at Joann's Fabrics, okay? If you recall supermarket sweep where they have the carts and they're running through the supermarket grabbing shit and putting it in their cart, that would be me at Joann's Fabrics with all the chiffons, all the everything. Give it to me all. Sewing, okay? And I'd love to do that. I really enjoy painting. I enjoy coloring. I enjoy reading. And I realized close to 9 months after my son was born, I finally figured out these are the things that bring me joy. And it was actually my therapist one time. I was what brings you joy? I was yeah, I don't know. The holidays, I love, I'm really joyful at the holidays. I remember at Christmas, that it really invokes, it's a very visceral reaction. But okay, that's once a year. So how can I bring that joy that I feel at the holidays, how can I bring that in all the time? And it's through these kind of acts. I love to dance. Right before COVID happened, I signed up for a ballet class, okay? Bought ballet shoes. It's an adult, class. So I'm with, my people there because I'm not a professional. And it's a hot mess, and it was a hard thing to do to sign up for it. But I got in, and it was awesome just to move my body and feel the music. And that's another form of self-care, listening to music, going for a walk, going for a drive, getting out, like going to your therapist, whatever that looks like for you. I give you permission to do it. Another form of self-care for me really actually makes me feel guilty, and I'm going to share it because I'm trying to just like let go of all my guilt and let go of all my shame around all these things. But we ended up hiring a nanny. At our house, we hired a nanny for a couple days a week. My in-laws were watching my son, and we never felt like we could ask them, like, hey, after they watch him for 5 days a week, for all that time, like we couldn't ask them to watch him on a weekend night or, overnight. So we said, look, we need to bring in like a nanny a couple days a week, and she comes to our house, and then that gives my in-laws a break. It gives us a break. And let me tell you, she washes my son's clothes. That's self-care for me. You know why? Because I hate doing it. And every time I go in his room, and on every Wednesday when the little clothes are folded and the little socks are there and matched up, I am so grateful because that's time back for me where I can be sewing, reading, journaling, doing something I love to do. Like she also purees his little plums, and like makes like a little prune mixture because we have to give that to him with every meal. Like every time I use that, like on the weekends, because we make it every week, every time I use it, I'm just so grateful for her. I'm like, oh, thank goodness, like she made this. Like this is wonderful because it's one thing I didn't have to do. And I was like even debating sharing that on here because I thought somebody's gonna be like, this bitch, she has a nanny. Like, yeah, I do, but only a few days a week. But it doesn't matter because it makes my life easier. I mean, we had to give up a lot to have her come here. It's not cheap. We all know childcare ain't cheap. And what we were giving up in terms of like money and what we would be doing with that money is worth it for the ability to have my time back and to feel like I can take care of myself. Like I truly feel like that is a form of self-care for me, and recognizing that I couldn't do it alone and I needed help. Like I needed physical help, somebody to help me while I'm at work to come take care of my son and help take the burden off from some of these things that I was doing. So I share all of that because I think self-care is so challenging to try to like put into words. Like, what is it? It's really not a thing. It's how it's supposed to make you feel. And then yet we feel so guilty doing the things that we need to do. So if you're out there, mama, and you're watching this video, I am giving you permission to do what you need to do today, whether that's take a break, go out, go for a walk, go buy something nice for yourself, whatever it is that your self-care practice needs to be, go do it. I'm really excited too because we just built a she shed in our backyard, and it's gonna be my space to create, to be, to exist, to do the things I love to do. And I hope to make more of these videos in there, journal, read, sew. I'm gonna put all my paint supplies, and I'm gonna make that my sacred space, and it's for just me, and I can go in there, do what I love to do, and bring joy into my life all the time. So anyways, mama, I hope some of this resonates with you. Send me a message, send me a comment, let me know what you're thinking about the videos. And even if you hate the videos, send me a message too. I'd love to hear from all people, regardless of what you have to say, at The Confident Mom. And sending you all much love and gratitude this evening. Bye.